Welcome to Minding My Money. I'm your host, Shawnee, and this is where the journey to financial freedom is real, raw, and a little bit fun. I'm sharing my wins, my lessons, and everything in between, $1 at a time. Now, before we jump in, let me say this. This ain't financial advice, just financial realness. I used to feel guilty for pulling away from certain people. Now I realize the version of me who overspent, overexplained, and overgave, she's gone. This episode is for the moment you realize some people won't grow with you, and that's okay. You don't have to call because I'm not waiting around. Distractions drain your pockets and your peace. I used to feel pressured to hang out, and when I'd say no, people would hit me with the, "You never come out. Come on, just this once." And I'd cave, even when I didn't have it. Whether it's friends, family, or partners, the cost always adds up. There was always a friend who always needed gas money, a coworker who forgot their card, and family who'd assume I'd cover the bill just this once. I gave until I was empty financially and emotionally because nobody teaches you that generosity without boundaries turns into self-betrayal. Sometimes people don't cost you money directly, they cost you clarity, and that delay, that mental chaos is expensive. You don't owe anyone access to your energy. If someone invites you out and you say no, that's enough. You don't need to explain, justify, or overcompensate. No is a full sentence. Growth is quiet. It's not about reacting. It's about redirecting. It's about choosing goals over guilt. And just because I love you doesn't mean I can afford you, not emotionally and sometimes not financially. Outgrowing people hurts, but staying stuck with them, that costs even more. I've left relationships I should have walked away from sooner, romantic, platonic, and even family relationships, because if the expectation is that I'll always give, it's a no. If I go on a date, you better believe you're paying. If you invite me and I can't afford it, I'm not covering both of us. If family assumes I've got it, they're assuming wrong. I used to buy peace with my wallet. Now I protect my peace with my boundaries. In life, we have to realize everyone can't go where we're headed. And honestly, some folks didn't even bring a plate to the table I set. And now I eat in peace. Every yes I said to make someone else feel comfortable cost me something: time, peace, money, and self-respect. People pleasing feels cheap in the moment, but charges interest later. Now I pause before committing. If my first reaction is hesitation, that's already a no for me. If I have to convince myself I can't afford it, that means emotionally and or financially. Sometimes you don't owe a goodbye, just better boundaries. I used to keep replying out of courtesy, and now I choose silence over stress. I'm not ignoring people, I'm ignoring chaos, because every conversation is an investment. If it doesn't bring peace or purpose, it's not profitable. And for me, there comes a shift when you realize peace isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. I used to chase fun to feel free. Now I chase stability to feel safe. Peace is quiet mornings with warm tea. It's paid bills, a stocked fridge, and no missed calls from drama. That's the kind of soft life money can't buy, but discipline can. My new era includes soft boundaries, of course, with hard focus. I'm not mean, I'm just unavailable. And when I say that, unavailable for confusion, chaos, and conversations that cost me clarity now. People say, I've changed. And I say, you're right, on purpose, because healing will shift your schedule and your standards. The moment you stop over explaining, watch how loud the silence gets. People used to expect excess, now they get boundaries, and that's fine. Some will call you cold, but you're not cold, you're just clear. Because clarity feels a lot like closure. Today, I treat my energy like a budget now. Some days I have extra to give, and other days I'm at capacity. If it doesn't fit in the emotional budget, it's not getting funded. That's not selfish, that's just sustainability. You don't owe anyone your burnout. Peace costs friends, validation, and old versions of you. But it's the best purchase I've made. Now my life is quiet, simple, and paid in full. I don't argue about my boundaries anymore. I just enforce them. I used to wait for closure, wait for apologies that would never come, but then I realized I don't need them. The best closure for me is consistency. It's continuing to show up for yourself after others stop showing up for you. Now I forgive myself in silence. The real glow up isn't financially, it's emotional. I budget my time like money. I audit my circle like expenses. I invest in things that pay peace instead of stress. Because at this point in my life, I don't chase, I attract. And what doesn't serve me, I unsubscribe. So let's close this way. You don't need to be mean to be firm. You're allowed to protect your space while you rebuild your life. You're allowed to choose peace over pleasing. Final word, you don't have to call, but I'm not waiting around either. I'm moving forward, and I hope you do too. Thanks for tuning into Minding My Money, where every dollar has a story and every story brings us closer to financial freedom. If you felt inspired, learned something new, or just vibe with the journey, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with someone who needs it. You can also catch more content and behind the scenes moments on YouTube and Instagram. Just search Minding My Money. Until next time, keep minding your money $1 at a time.